So many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality.
Hello everyone and welcome back for the continuation of Broken Sword, the Smoking Mirror. And yes, royalty, there is two more Was it 2 more? I don't think I did any more than that. I'm definitely certain I did the icons for 2 more buttons in amongst the Twitch thingamajigs for the egg rewards. Yep. So, where did we leave off last week? We spent the entire stream in the port, and we ended it where we'd escaped the port. We were on a boat, and it got blown up. So we'll see if we'll get straight into it, because we're in the middle of like a jungle area. So we're on 47%, so we haven't really gone up that much from last time. So I have absolutely no idea how much progress we're going to make today, or how long, how many weeks it'll take to get through the game. It neglected to catch up. See, this is why you should have phoned in sick. You've missed out on all the weird characters and what have you. Anyway, let's there we go. We're at the jungle tree house there. Let's fire that up. Confirm restore. Yep. Oh, this is intensely loud in my head. Oh, and because of the weird resolution thing, I can't actually turn my volume down. I'm just gonna have to have the headphones half on my ears. Right, what have we got then? We're looking for little blue circly things.
The machine was broken.
You have to let me know as well what the volume is like for the game, because obviously we're still using the new sound setup. I can adjust your volume, I just can't adjust mine.
That vine rope could be useful.
Oh, were you not well yesterday, Royalty? Everyone's got the plague at the minute. It's a little quiet at your end. Which channel are you on? The game is on this channel, right? I've raised it 1 point. Let's see what the dialogue sounds like again.
It was the box of biscuits I'd taken from the watchman's hut. This product has not been tested on animals. It was a pair of red, lace-trimmed panties decorated with a large black satin heart.
That level's better, is it? Alright. So I'll make a note. Broken sword needs to be at system 70%. I just wish it was quieter in my headphones, but if I try to click off the screen, it'll be an absolute catastrophe. Because of the resolution issues. Yeah, well, not only does he love his panties, he also loves his worm.
It was that itsy-bitsy tequila worm. I really must remember to take it out of my pants before I send them to the laundry.
Oh, is it that time of the month, Chrissy? It hardly seems like it was 5 minutes ago. But yeah, I'm just seeing in the chat there, you don't have the extra icon. Didn't it do this sort of like, or another time as well, where it was like halfway through the stream before it actually decided to let you click on it or something daft like that?
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Oh, so they do, yeah. I'm just looking on the thing there, yeah. I don't know, I think Twitch just makes it up as they go along.
It seemed to be working just fine. A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel.
Can we get up to the treehouse?
Hello? Anyone home?
It just has the text Dr. Ravenholm chicken. Oh yeah, it's actually displayed the chickens for royalty. Now there is a bit of an issue because I did last week connect Discord, reconnect Discord to the to Twitch. So these emotes you can get over there, but for some reason it hasn't registered use as what do you call it? It's like is being on Twitch yet. I think it's because it has to like. I think it only works when you like renew. But I tried so many times to synchronize it and it
Stones
just
were too
wouldn't do
heavy
it.
to turn by hand.
We got here though.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Oh, that could be it as well. Maybe if you don't have your Twitch accounts connected, that maybe is why it wasn't syncing. I thought it might have been something at my end, but that probably makes more sense. Yeah, if you haven't actually linked your thing, yeah. What we got here anyway?
It was my lucky piece of coal. The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron. The iron rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it. The machine seemed to be pumping air up to the treehouse. It was a pile of damp leaves.
I seem to remember starting a fire here. That's it. It was the 90s when I last played this.
It was Ubier's bank statement.
Oops, wrong one.
It was a pile. I placed the bank statement over the damp leaves.
Oh, what's up there? Maybe try refreshing the page, or if you're doing it on the app, you might have to like, you know what they're like. For you might have to like close it down and relaunch it, sort of thing. Oh, what's this?
It was a large wooden cross.
We're going to start this fire. Maybe it's... So we'll put that in there. See, that's made out of metal. Sure, we have to grind something against there to make it like spark to catch on fire. Let's have a little look around the rest of the area and see if we can see if there's something maybe on the floor that we haven't picked up.
Perfect for a game of poo sticks.
Game of what? Americans are weird. What are we missing? What about the vine? Let's just put the vine in there and see what happens. Nope. What else have we got in our inventory? Let's just systematically try everything in our inventory. Nope.
The machine seemed to be pumping air. Two round stones were carefully balanced on a wooden structure.
We didn't pick this up.
It was heavy. I guess that was intentional.
Because I'm guessing this goes into those spokes.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones. but the other one remained stationary.
Maybe I can put something in here to make. Nope. Maybe I put the coal on the fire. Nope. This could be the entire stream. I was also trying to figure out this. What have you guys been up to today? I've spent most of it looking after poor little Speckles.
That wouldn't work.
I'm trying to combine items to see if we
I
can
don't
get
think
anywhere.
so.
I've just been watching Netflix. Anything interesting? We're watching. Well, we're still watching Doctor Who at the minute. Still on David Tennant. And yep, you've been back to work as well today. After skiving for a week.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Actually, we just watched the one with the, the little adipose creatures. They're like the little fat things that jump out. And when they were jumping out and running away, it just reminded me of the Fall
shield was
Guys.
broken. The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats.
Must be something that we're missing here. I'm just trying to scout around with the mouse to see what we have to catch a fire. Yeah, yeah. The bit with the windows is good. They're going like back and forth with all these like a daft silent movie sort of thing. They don't feel like the people in the room are just watching them with this daft back and forth. But, those two shows, I've not heard of those ones there that you said at the top there. Let's try this one. I was just trying it on the wrong thing. No idea what we're missing here. So we put the letter in the leaves. And what are we missing? Can we put something in there that we've got to crush something, maybe?
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Okay.
The vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones.
Right. No, I don't think we've got whatever it is that's needed for these two things now that I'm there.
Now I had the contraption working.
What on earth have we missed? Just tells you to find a way to the treehouse. There's something that we haven't picked up.
Not such a good idea.
We should try it on. Just have to systematically cycle through every combination. Oh. Yeah, there we go.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Then it's getting drawn through the vent.
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Looks like a priest. I wonder what he'll do when we offer him the panties.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobbart, George Stobbart.
I'm Father Hubert. I didn't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death, and there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
He's a bit slow on the uptake, isn't he?
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman at the village can tell us.
Exactly. Who else would be speaking,
What are you doing out
French?
here in the jungle?
God's work.
Well, I've just
Not
seen I've
quite
missed
the
one as well there.
destination I had in mind when I set out, but I don't know what they say. Mysterious ways and so on.
Yeah, just seen I missed one of the things that's popped up there. But it's a one's a police show and the other one is a depressing show. I've never seen them on like the recommended thing.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a priest's collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Priorities.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
I'm guessing this is why
There
we've
was
connected
obviously
these things.
more than a creased collar bothering the priest. So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
I'm guessing this is why we've connected all this junk together.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
There we go. And hopefully we'll pick the collar up and not the the dish. So I'm guessing that's something else we have to do. Right, let's go talk to this idiot. Disappointing that we don't have the option to ask him about the dog biscuits or the
Here's your
panties.
collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You'd probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh no. If I've been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father. Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
Out there, no mama royalty. Trying to have
That's
too
a
much fun at
relief.
work.
I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
For tribespeople, they have very good English.
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man, you must have the wrong village.
Oh, did you have a busy night yesterday? Just wait a few hours though. You can escape and go back to the cat.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
Cremation feast.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
Oh, it's the is he eating all right tonight? Yeah, that's the question. The panties or the dog? Oh, it doesn't have the option. But the lipstick.
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't.
Right, let's try the dog biscuits.
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
For the next week as well, Speckled's on a liquid diet.
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
Oh, does he get the little pouches? When we had cats, we used to get the little whiskers pouch things. They used to go mad for them. But that's good if he's getting used to, after you said that you'd had the teeth removed, if he's getting used to eating now with what he has left.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box.
You never know. Once royalty makes a selection, You know, he'll have his own little blanket to snooze on.
Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know? Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
We'll put the stone inside of the packet.
I'll give them to him. The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
Yep, we've gotten in.
That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village. That man wasn't the one I'd come looking for. The man was busily weaving a cloth. The woman was grinding a sticky mess of corn in a bowl. It was the focal point of the village, the communal cooking fire. The fire was too hot to approach, even if I'd wanted to. The old guy was obviously the shaman of these people.
Let's talk to him now.
Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the coyote stone to this village.
I don't suppose this would be any use to you.
It sure would. This wax on a stick will change our lives.
What do you want it for?
To decorate our bodies for the monkey dance.
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning. All
busy?
conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Oh, looking at these fishes, it looks like his old gums. But yeah, 5 kids in the same week.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobbart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Scene.
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the 5th age. So the priests fashion 3 obsidian stones which contain the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
Isn't that what happened at the end of Superman?
There's an eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the Fifth Age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected. What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Cuaramonte City. Only one stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Then you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
Tell me more about the Jaguar stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of Cuaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar stone.
Yeah, it's completely different, like to the first one. I'm not sure what happens in the 3rd one either, because I only played it for about half an hour, and that was 15 plus years ago. Yeah, I mean, well, it seems well in this as well. I mean, Nico was voiced by a different person as well, I think. Still never got around to checking the credits on that.
Where is the Jaguar stone now?
I suppose El Draco took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England. Tell me more about the Eagle stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Where's the Eagle stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Can you show me the way to the pyramid of Tezcatlipoca?
Not until you possess all 3 stones.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
You would think he would be a little bit more open to it, like when he was saying before, about if he was like to swallow what he was saying. Considering the like magical energy at the very end of the first one. You know, that was you had like the 2 pillars at the back and the Templars, and it was, you know, like it was like, you know, giving them like power or what have you. So you think after seeing all that, you would be a little more open to sort of witchcraftery of this tribe.
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
A little later.
I left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
Let's head up the ladders.
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you
Hard
should be writing
times.
romantic novels.
I mean, that only looked like a small village. You must have had to go with every girl there.
Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past. The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
It was that damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget. I've got the route, Hubert.
So what are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Right.
Let's see.
Nico, I've brought you this root. No way was she going to be able to chew the root. I needed to give her the antidote in a more digestible form.
Some coma this. Yep, he's just playing his piano. But if she's supposed to be in a coma, she seems very conscious about it. Oh, hang on, there's something else with a blue line around the outside. Joker.
I couldn't steal from a priest. It was a water jug.
Well, there's no other little markers in there. So I'm assuming that this setup that we did earlier on by mistake, because there's a dish underneath there, isn't there? Let's try it. Yeah.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
Pick that up. We'll go back upstairs.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
Apparently royalty is online. I thought she was supposed to be working, not playing Fall Guys.
Here, drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down. Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other two stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, George Stobbart?
Well, the patient is sounding more like her old self already.
After flying across the Caribbean Sea,
Nico recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate Ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy, he'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
Oh, you running the Windows updates on our computer for her?
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Hey, get out of there.
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words. Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain. Makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
Let's talk to this bloke.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobbart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else will I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
Look at this. An article about a total eclipse of the sun.
Oh, yeah? Listen, I don't want to be rude, but it just comes naturally. I really don't care.
Like that, I wouldn't be rude, but it just comes naturally.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it! The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Approximately.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Catch you later, Bronson.
Ooh, there's a flashing light on there.
I didn't want a fishing net. It was a net left to dry in the sunshine.
Oh, we'll go up there. Let's keep exploring this area.
You want to buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means... well, it's just a name. Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They're going to regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
Do you know anything about a forthcoming eclipse?
No, but that explains why the weather's about to get real bad.
Rio, it's a beautiful day. There's no more than a whisker of cloud in the sky.
Trust me, man, it's going to get real bad.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
I didn't know the first thing about sailing a dinghy. It was a seaworthy little craft, in bad need of a coat of paint, but spotlessly clean and maintained.
We'll head up to the house now. We still have the other stone. Yeah, I thought we might have left that other stone with the actual back with the shaman. Oh, a kitten. Let's talk to the cat. It'll want the worm, surely.
Hi, Puss. Want to play? Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws. A cute little putty tat. Actually, no. It was a mangy old flea bag. It was busily torturing a red ball. The ladder extended easily. I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across.
Yeah, try to steal his ball there.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Let's talk to these.
Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobbart. Would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea.
She looks like a really, really old, sort of like dried up version of the woman from was it Spain that we went to in the first game? Where we found the skeletons of the children in the in that cave. Can't remember her name, but yeah, you're thinking the same thing there. They probably just took that sketch and then just jiggled it slightly.
Is that your cat?
Yes, it is. That's Ruddles. Do you like cats, Mr. Stobbart?
You bet. Especially spit roast. Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobbart.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobbart?
Yes, I am. You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never
Slave
to
trade.
see the shores of England again,
How come Ketch never made it home?
because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
You have to understand, Mr. Stobbart, that this was the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite.
Well, throughout history, they always use the Bible as an excuse for cruelty, don't they?
What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum.
Is it true Frederick Ketch was a pirate?
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate.
They hanged him, you know. Down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with the trial. Just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Well, if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown. The difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate.
Yoo-hoo! Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate,
But he did show them his letter of marque.
but they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobbart.
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tops.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily, what business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
That's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobbart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way? I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Nope, that's that. Let's offer them the panties.
They wouldn't appreciate it.
No. Worth a shot.
The window was locked. It was locked.
The house is closed.
How come?
It is undergoing refurbishment.
Refurbishment? Where are the workmen?
Preparation is half the work, young man. The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate? There was a stony silence.
As I have already told you, sir, he was not a pirate. It's precisely this sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Oh? How?
Mr. Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable price. He understands the importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
Well, he does.
Listen, ma'am, I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, everyone will want to get in.
Pardon me, but I didn't exactly have to fight my way through the crowds.
You're the second visitor we've had today.
No, I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
See, fiddle with the reflector.
You there? What are you doing?
Pardon me, ladies, I was just going to climb your ladder. I'm helping Bronson.
Oh, you're not like him, are you? He's very polite, isn't he, Frost? And he has dimples when he smiles.
Creepy. Like what you were talking about,
Down.
Sorry.
oh, they're not going to let us up. The way she was so talking about spherical geometry. Sounded very naughty. Right, let's go talk to this pillock now. Ooh. See what else he's got to say now that we've opened up some more conversation trees. Wait for the animations to complete.
What do you think of Rio?
Fish boy? If he comes near me again, I'll throttle the little squirt.
Calm down. What's he ever done to you?
Sock me in the back of my skull with some kind of fish, that's what.
Nobody had it coming.
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
What are you doing with the theodolite?
Surveying the old house. I got great plans for this place.
Oh, yeah?
You bet. Take a look around. What do you see?
Paradise.
I see opportunity. This place is ripe for development.
I like it just the way it is.
And that's where we differ. You see, Mr. Stobbart, I'm what you might call a man of vision. I see a great future for Ketch's Landing, and it all starts here, with that house.
How do you survey a house like that?
I put a target reflector on the end of one of the flagpoles up there on the house. I sight on it from various locations through the theodolite, record the angles along the baseline, and triangulate them to give me the exact position of the target. Understand?
Why the end of the flagpole? Wouldn't it have been better on a corner of a wall or something?
Are you a surveyor?
No, my degree's in law.
Then shut up.
Can I take a look at your plans?
No way! What interest would they be to you, anyhow?
I've always had a secret desire to be a surveyor.
You have?
Sure. I mean, you surveyors are just like the great explorers, aren't you? Henry the Navigator, Vasco da Gama, Chris Columbus. Maybe you don't sail uncharted seas or discover new continents, but you're okay in my book.
Horse shit. You just stay away from those plans, you hear?
Catch you later, Bronson.
So right for our scheme. Let's see if the kid's got anything new to say.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Bronson's plans.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah.
What, doesn't bother you?
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
I think Bronson is trying to cheat those sweet, vulnerable old ladies.
That's a little unfair, isn't it?
Okay. He's trying to cheat those seriously demented, poisonous old ladies.
You have to admire his acumen.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Right, so what have we got in our inventory? Do you want the panties?
What you got there?
I didn't think the kid would be interested in that.
Get those. Well, we don't have any biscuits anymore because we gave them all to the shaman in the village. Try the worm.
What you got there?
I didn't think the kid would be interested in that.
Nope.
What you got there?
I didn't think the kid would be interested in that.
Right, we'll go back upstairs and we'll see if any more conversations have opened up with the one. I don't know why is the net selectable?
I didn't want a fishing net.
There's nothing that sort of like screams to me use on the net. The cat would like the worm.
The cat looked at me as if to say, "Why have you brought a dead worm halfway around the world?" I had no answer.
How do you get it through customs?
You're really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
I thought about catnapping the little monster until they let me in, but it wasn't my style. Maybe there was some other way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house. Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics. I thought I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Oh, the kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Woe betide you if you're lying to us, Mr. Stobbart. Heaven help you.
That's them away, and the cat's on the move. try that because you might want
With a creak
the
of
worm for
ancient
the fishing.
corsetry, the sisters sailed majestically over the distant horizon.
So we've got rid of the women. Does that mean we can interfere with the with the stuff up here?
Just my luck. I'd struck out again. The windows were all locked.
Out of reach.
I couldn't reach the flagpole, and a bush stopped me from moving the ladder across. I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. The flagpole had a reflective target on the end for Bronson to use as a reference point.
We've got more inventory. We throw the dart at it and knock it off?
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
We fling
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
Yeah, use the cat's wool. See if we can talk to the cat again. The cat didn't want the
I wasn't going to risk further
worm.
laceration by the cat's claws.
So try the worm, like you said on the kid, and see if it'll give us a fish for it, because cats like fish. That's the theory.
Did you see the weird sisters come by here?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they're gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily, you're madder than them.
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you say you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the old ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quaramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
Will you give me a fish if I give you these, Rio, are these ugly, tasteless nylon panties worth a fish?
No, man.
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I'll have that.
He's going to carry those
Okay, I'll
patties
get you
throughout
a
the entire
fish.
game, isn't he?
It might take a while, though.
So he's fishing. Now, video game logic would suggest that we just have to unload the screen. I wonder if we go back upstairs and come back. Got our fish then.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
I think that's a no. Let's go and talk to the other fella then, just in case anything new's opened up. Camera's going all over the place here.
Did you see the sisters go by?
Yeah, they wanted to string that Fisher brat up. Of course, I told them where to find him.
A fink as well as a creep. Nice.
But he'd managed to vanish somehow.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Is there anything else further over this side, do you think? No, just the edge of the thing. Go back and see if he's got a fish. If not, we'll go up the steps and go back again.
No luck with a fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's 'cause they know there's a storm brewing.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I got a bite.
You have?
It's a big one. A real big one.
Reel him in, Rio. Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
Hmm.
Rustiest whale I ever see.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change your bait. The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube. You just never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
Looks like he's got a fish.
There's a fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
He sticks it in the pocket with all the other junk. So now we have an inner tube.
It was the old inner tube from the bicycle which Rio had fished from the sea. 3 feet of slightly perished rubber. Bound to be useful for something.
Right. Use that on the cat.
Okay, cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish.
He just slapped it on its face.
The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
Oh, what?
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Alright, let's try the inner tube on here then.
I couldn't reach it.
Didn't just waste a fish. Let's try the inner tube on here this time. It's a kind of long inner tube, that, isn't it?
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea after all.
Ooh. I think we were supposed to put the fish on the end of that rope. Back downstairs. Gonna trade for another fish.
There's a fish, my man.
Sticks that in his pocket. Back upstairs. Do we have to combine them beforehand?
Not such a good idea.
Right, let's just go up the stair, up the ladders even. Attach that to that, maybe. And then attach the fish to the inner tube.
I'd have to do that from the ground. That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac.
Let's grab the ball.
It was the ball I stole from the cat.
Cat's transfixed with that now. Can we get rid of
I
you
didn't
back?
want to risk the wrath of that vicious animal by putting my hand within striking distance of those claws.
Something that we're missing maybe is over here. Tree. Let's
I couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree. A large tree stood beside the house with a suggestive U formed by the branches.
Ah, no, we can't put the ladders there. Maybe we can get the ball. Let's just try throwing it. We can't take the
I
inner
didn't have the
tube.
throwing strength to knock the marker off.
I'm thinking maybe we finally have a use for these. No. I was thinking maybe if
Not such a good idea.
maybe we could use them as a catapult. Right, let's go up the ladder and see if we can get the inner tube back.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. It was a flagpole, one of a pair.
It won't let me take the inner tube back, I don't think. Ah, here we go, it's doing it now. The cat gets the fish. 2 fish.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Now let's slap the inner tube on there. Get the ball.
I put the ball in the catapult. Took aim. Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
We pick it up. I think we're caught with an animation here. Ah, yeah, the bloke's coming up. Probably going to push us off this cliff for fiddling with his tools.
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you, too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah? Fine. I'll be waiting.
Just a pleasant chap. Gonna deserve this. Ooh, what'd he drop?
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobbart! Get me down from here!
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson. I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there, but not much, obviously.
I like it how he just casually walked up, you know, calm, peacefully, just closed those ladders and popped it to one side.
The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things.
Ooh, shiny.
It wasn't going to be much use without the theodolite, though.
I'm just trying to think what do we do next, but the whole point of this whole escapade was to get a look at those plans, wasn't it? You can still see him at the top of the screen flailing around on the flagpole. Oh, we can pinch his theodolite as well. Where on earth did he stick that? Is that a theodolite in your pants, or are you just pleased to see me?
Finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise. It was Bronson's theodolite. It was Bronson's plans for the hotel from hell.
Let's go back up there. Actually, we'll go and see if the kid's got anything to say.
Look here. Bronson's plans.
Was I right? Is that creep up to no good?
Darn right he is.
That looks like it's enough for him. At least for now, anyway. Don't know what exactly the net was for, just something to click on, I suppose.
You there? Why is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man! Quickly, before he falls!
Two, you couldn't have lifted up the ladder for him.
Hey, get me down!
What's the magic word?
Please!
Oh, bad luck. I was thinking of Alakazam. I've got your plans, Bronson. I know about the hotel.
So what? This is between me and the Daves.
Those sweet old ladies trusted you. This isn't what they wanted.
Oh, people like them don't know what they want. Instead of wasting their money on this mausoleum, I can turn it to profit.
But you should have discussed it with them first. If I was to let you down, will you promise to come clean about your plan?
Sure I will.
And you'll come to a tasteful compromise with Miss Frost and Miss Mina?
Taste? What's taste got to do with architecture?
Oh, dear. You'll have to stay where you are until you see sense.
You rat.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Maybe we won't. It's not like it's far to drop.
Hi. Could I ask...
Never mind that. Help poor Mr. Bronson.
Maybe I give them the plans, perhaps.
Here. Bronson's plans.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters, especially confident ones.
Come, Mina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes. Cave Canum.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat.
How dare you? Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Yeah, as a bedbug. Ouch!
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel. Mina, the lock.
The way they sort of speak.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobbart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me.
Kind of reminds me of the two demons from the end of Simon the Sorcerer. You had one of them which like talks properly, and yeah, she, the big red one, she's sort of like the one that would just go, yeah, at the end of each thing. Meanwhile, in London.
While George was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I went to Dublin. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum.
So now we're with Nico in London, which I think is a good place to save it. %60% says there. So after making that massive percentage jump at the beginning, we're now just slowly creeping through the percentages. So I have no idea how long this game runs for. I think when this game originally came out in the 90s, I only played it maybe once through. It's not like the first one, because I completed the first one so many times. Yeah, we'll leave it there for this week. So hope you enjoyed that one there. I will now have to fight with the resolution of my screen. Actually, it'd be better off if we just quit the game entirely, so that I can chuck you into the web browser, so that I can where's it? Quit the game. You sure you want to quit? And I tell you what, whilst it's doing the resolution madness. That's big, isn't it? Let's see. We don't want to use the broken sword panel. We want to use this panel. Yeah, because broken sword's resolution is so broken and old. I've got to do some really, really weird stuff to get to cooperate with the stream. Let's go and see. Mute that so it doesn't come through. Let's go and see if anyone we know is online, so that you can get your extra eggs. How many are you up to now with your eggs as well? Ooh, well, looking at this, it's just Sweet Anita's the choice today. 23k. But yeah, working your way back up to the 100. As well, well, I know apart from the card, I also added the new one, which is the opportunity for a custom design out of the cutting machine. I can't actually remember. I think I put that one as 32. It depends if what you would have in mind if you wanted a custom design from it. I might. Where would I have saved it? Hang on 1 second. Photos. Not a video section here on. Yeah. Hang on. Just gotta mute the desktop audio for a minute. Here's like a rough example of. Oh, that was incredibly loud in my head there. This was something I made a little while ago. I sort of crossed my business logo with the maze from Westworld. But also, I mean, there's like pop-up structures of a like. Let's actually we'll go to my. Do I have a direct link? Yeah, I do. Whilst the web page loads in the background, I might as well leave that off. There you go, you can see they're all shiny and reflective. Off in the bit where I screwed the glue up. Right, let's have a look. What did I put it under? See if we go to paper crafts. So I designed these. Does that go to a big picture? They're sort of big. These like little light box things. So I use like multiple layers of card to carve out, the different layers of the shape. There's the pop-up cards that you know of. I made these little things as an experiment as well. They're just like you cut them out of one sheet and then you like fold them up. And I used it. I can attach a pen to it as well, and it wrote like "Merry Christmas" on the side of the card as well. And yeah, that's the only examples I've got handy. Yeah. Close that and we'll go back to Twitch. And where is it? Come on, hurry up and load. There we go, raid channel. There we go. We'll send you over to Anita so you can get your bonus eggs. So thanks for watching, everybody. Tomorrow we'll be back with some Minecraft, where I have plans to start digging a massive hole for a kind of a weird project I thought of a couple of days ago. I don't know quite how it's going to measure up, but if we get the initial part of the hole built, then we can see it, and then I can always cut a few more layers back if necessary. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.